Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford, for your source for Ford news, update, and information, including your Maverick information on a Maverick Monday. And I really love having these Mavericks on our lot so we can go ahead and do some really cool videos and some educational videos for you guys. Because, you know, 25 model year has some different changes in those. And today we're going to talk about a couple different things for you. I'm going to really hit home on a couple questions that people have had on several things, including neutral towing. So whether you can do a flat tow your vehicle behind an RV, four-wheel down towing, you could do that on a hybrid front-wheel drive. This is a hybrid all-wheel drive. All Lariats are all-wheel drive. And so we're going to show you how that, to prove to you kind of in a sense that yes, it can be flat towed because of some of the things that we're not seeing on the EcoBoost that we can see on this and in the settings, as well as we're going to cover some other things too. So people asked me some other settings for finding some things for your hybrid. They're a little bit different on this screen because this productivity screen is different than it was last year. And we're going to cover some other things. There's a couple things I wanted to cover in this video. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these Maverick videos that we do every Monday, as well as our live stream every Tuesday night where we take your questions live, including Maverick questions, right? So let's jump inside. I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see the inside of it, because everything's going to be centered around these two screens in here, these new screens for the 2025 model year, and some other things we can find out and where they can find. And now I just remembered one other thing I was going to talk about, and that is the adaptive cruise control now includes the predictive speed assist, or that speed sign recognition for you. So we're going to show you how to change that and update that so that you can also have it adjust your speed when those speed signs change on you when you change those speed zones. All right, so we are inside and waiting for the screens to load and ready to go here. And one of the things I want to kind of point out is let's talk about the flat tow or neutral tow capabilities of the Ford Maverick. It is available in any hybrid. You can neutral tow, whether it be front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive version. And I'm going to show you how, kind of to prove the fact that it can be, because I know the owner's manual does not show that. And let me show you, actually, let me show you in here in the screen. The owner's manual is now digital. So if you look in here, there is no, this is what you get. This is all you get this year. So there is just a supplemental owner's guide. You do not get a physical owner's manual or owner's guide this year. It is now on this screen. You can also find it in your Ford Pass. I believe you can, or in your account, you can actually download the owner's manual as well digitally if you'd like to do that, and then you can print it out. I think it comes as a PDF or something, but in the owner's manual, that digital owner's manual, this is where you're going to find that. And some people have said in that owner's manual, it does not mention that it can be flat towed with an all-wheel drive. Well, when they did that, they copied probably a lot of the owner's manual way over from 24 model year, and that is not in there. They will be updating the owner's manual to include that information. And you can, I won't go into this, we can cover that later if you guys want that information. We'll get into that too. But where you can tell that, now I'm going to show you an image of an EcoBoost where, actually let's go to the settings first and then I'll show you the image. So if you go down into settings, right here, click OK. I'll make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then if you go down to vehicle settings, right, then you can click that. Now, check this image out from an EcoBoost. That vehicle settings is not there at all. And why is it missing? That's because the only thing in vehicle settings is neutral tow settings. So this is where you know, and that is a great way of knowing for sure that it is neutral tow capable. Ford will not put that in there, just like you've seen with the EcoBoost, where that's not in there at all because it can't be neutral towed, whereas the hybrid can. And so if it has that, your vehicle can be neutral towed. And then you go in there and then you can see here to initialize the neutral tow, you press and hold. And I'm not going to do that, of course, because I don't want to initialize this, but that's how you'll know it can be flat towed. And like I said, it's going to be updated. Right now, a lot of people are like, I want proof, I want to see something. Folks, I don't know how much proof I can give you more than that, as well as my word that I've talked to Ford, as well as Ford Authority has talked to Ford. Ford Authority's put this out, I put it out, it's a real thing, it is going to be available. Now, something else I want to show you is some people asked on this screen here, hey, this is a hybrid, right? I want to be able to see my meter and everything on some of the power and all that kind of stuff. Now here's a couple ways to find this. If you go to the, I'm going to click back here, go to the menu right here, right? And then, oops, that's not, I hit the drive mode button. I meant the menu. Okay, hit the menu button and we can go up here to my view, right? and then we go down to Eco Coach. So if you click on that, you can have that up there, and the Eco Coach will show up there. Of course, we don't have this turned on, so we don't have any information yet, but you will when you start driving. Now also you go into this menu, and I'm thinking I might be in the wrong place. Yes, go into settings, go at the bottom to settings, and we're gonna click on that. And this is how I actually found the neutral tow, was playing around with this. But if you go up to screen content, right, and then you click OK there, right, on the screen content, you have, you know, a secondary speedometer, you have a brake coach right there. So it will pop up with a brake coach. Basically, as you're braking, when you're going up to stoplights, stop signs, it'll actually grade you and say, hey, did you do a good job or not? Give you a percentage, right? Goes 100% on that every time. But you can go up to this left gauge. You go, see it says power gauge, go down to that, click that, okay there. And then now we're gonna just go out of this just by pressing these buttons right here. And you'll see now we have a meter over here on the left side. And that's what I think most people are used to seeing, is as you're going, you can see where your power is coming from. Is it coming from the battery, from the hybrid, or is it coming from the engine having to start up? And you can actually feel this when you're driving as well. But this actually tells you where that power is coming from. And as you regen, as you brake, you're gonna see that going down into the battery section down there. So that's where that's gonna be. Again, it's different than it was for 22 to 24 model year, because the screen is different for this year. Now let's talk about the adaptive cruise control. A lot of things covering in this video. Adaptive cruise control, go to your driver assistance features, and wait, let me go back, just make sure. Features, what we're gonna press from the home screen. Then we're going to click the driver assistance features. Now, people have asked me about the adaptive cruise if it had speed sign recognition. It does, but let me show you, it's probably a little confusing. Go into adaptive cruise control here, and you're going to see normal cruise control. So if you don't like the adaptive, then, oh, I'm going to have to turn this on. People aren't going to like me. That's just the way it is. I'm in the showroom. Driver assistance up here. We're going to hit adaptive cruise right there. And you can go the traditional normal cruise or adaptive cruise. And when you do adaptive cruise, one thing you're going to notice, and actually when I first did this, predictive speed assist was not turned on. So, so from the factory, it may not be turned on. So you see that predictive speed assist, if you click on that, it'll tell you, predicts upcoming road curves, turns, or changes in your speed limit, and adjust your speed limit accordingly. Now that doesn't tell you, but it does show you a speed sign right there. So that is a clue to you that that's what it is using that as well. So it helps you with going into curves and slows you down, changes your speed a little bit, also helps you with the speed sign. So it shows an image right there. So predictive speed assist, what Ford did a couple years ago was they combined those together. Instead of having predictive speed assist and speed sign recognition, they just went to one typical word, speed sign or predictive speed assist. If I turn this on, then you're gonna see a tolerance down here just popped up for us. Click in there, and this is where you can set your tolerance above and below the speed limit. So I'm a guy, I like to go, no, don't judge me, I like to go 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. So that's usually what I do. I'm on a 75 mile an hour zone, which is what we have on the highways here. I'm going 80 typically, unless I'm in my electric vehicle, then I'm going 75. But I like to go 5 miles an over. So what that's gonna do is it'll adjust that. So when you have the cruise set, so I probably should take that back to 0. So that whoever buys this vehicle doesn't end up speeding, right? So if I can, there we go. So when you're going along with that cruise, it's gonna go ahead and adjust that to that. Now, something else you wanna look at is speed limit assist. So what this is gonna do is that is, right now it's turned off, but if I turn it on, that's a speed warning. So it shows you your tolerance. So what it'll do is when you don't have your cruise on, but you're going along using it, if you're going above what your tolerance is, like let's say it's +5, if you go above that, it'll actually like flash the speed limit sign. So it lets you know, hey, you're going faster than you intended to go, even though you're not using the cruise control. So that's a kind of a cool feature. Again, I'm gonna turn that off. So these settings are gonna be turned on and off based on what they are from the factory. So you wanna make sure you take care of that. But I wanted to show you guys where that was, and that this does, and to kind of let you guys know, this does have the speed sign or the speed limit adjust, or the speed sign recognition is what we used to call it in the vehicle. All right, so there's a couple things. Hopefully that did help you out. Of course, I wanted to kind of really talk about that neutral tow for everybody, as well as adaptive cruise. A couple different things that I've noticed this week on the Maverick Truck Club that have come up as discussions on whether it does or doesn't. And I want to clarify that in this Maverick Monday video, as well as kind of show you some other different things with the setting, because somebody else had messaged me today actually about that brake coach and that power gauge and that meter. And so hopefully this did help you out and give you some of that information. For those of you that are wondering, the recall as of recording of this video is not out yet. So there is not a fix yet on the recall for the 24 model years. If you're waiting to get one of those at a dealer, you can do paperwork, you can purchase one, you just can't take delivery of one. So because of that reason, we did a couple of those back in November, but we're like, we don't want to do anymore because we don't want to have to try to figure this out from one month to another. So we are not doing that. So you cannot purchase ours at this time because of that reason. So all right, that's it. Very short video. Hope you guys did enjoy this, got some information from this for your Maverick Monday. Hope you're having a great Maverick Monday as well. I'm not going to say marvelous anymore because I just I chopped that up last week. But hope you guys are enjoying these, and make sure you subscribe with the bell notification turned on. If you do first finding this video, check out our playlist because we've covered a lot of topics in the last 52 weeks. And so check those out. I've done some videos on different things. Check out the playlist if you're looking for something. Maybe even Google it. The video might come up if you have any questions on Maverick. So again, drop down in the comments if you want to see us cover something. I'd love to do that. I actually have some other people have reached out on some other topics. We'll try to get to these as fast as we can each week. And until next week, hope you guys have a great Maverick Monday. Until next week, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you in the next video.